Hoven 1984 show, what's up? Today I'm going to be doing a reaction to a music video by a woman of the name of Sukihana. Now I'm doing this reaction with no music playing, so it's just going to be solely based on the video. The music, the lyrics, highly sexual. Every other line is describing some sex act. But that's not what I wanted to do a reaction on this video for. Now I go pretty hard on the tranny drag shows, sexploitation of the minors that are being taken to these drag shows, these drag strip shows. A lot of homosexual activity going on there. I need to also balance out that with going in on the heterosexual sexploitation of children, because it's happening all across the board. And to turn a blind eye to the heterosexual grooming of the children really is not looking at the entire picture. And I don't want people to think I'm solely picking on the homosexuals who are hypersexualizing children. So let's get right into this. Sukihana, legs spread, sucking on her thumb. So there's some child sexual fetish going on right here. She has 162,000 subscribers. The video that I wanted to take a look at is one called Get Low. And I'm just going to stop on some parts that I think are demonstrations of this type of sexploitation. Okay, so we see a lot of twerking. And you know what? Right here, boom. Straight out the gate, we see a girl dressed in stripper attire, a woman, and she's pushing a baby stroller. This little baby's looking up at what seems to be her mom, maybe a auntie, but pushing her child while she's twerking. So what type of role model are you being for this little baby here? And you see this young man in the background too. So he's in the middle of a group of what look to be strippers slash prostitutes. Okay, so we're back here with more strollers. Here we see an old man smiling at the camera. So grandpa is over here encouraging this type of degeneracy. Now she's holding the baby. She's holding the baby and just being straight ratchet. Talking about what she's going to do inside of your house with your man. It's not the lyrics. I mean, you know, rappers have said the nastiest stuff, you know, so it's not the lyrics that I'm wanting to pay attention here, but it's that they're bringing children into the mix. And so they're exposing children to this hypersexuality, to this degeneracy, and just really paving the way for this child to grow up confused and probably a victim of some sort of sexual assault. Let's keep watching this. So here we see this guy. He's going to drop this stroller off here. I guess this is a symbol for what a deadbeat dad does. Drops his baby off to a circle of prostitutes, strippers, and then goes on to indulge in his own sexual depravity. So let's keep going. Now you see here, she's got this girl with the disfigured bottom here. She's got this Barbie written across it. More child fetish. This was what I saw on my Twitter feed, and what was super concerning here, because we have this young boy, doesn't look like he could be over 10 years old. Now, this is the grooming activity that I'm talking about. This is just as bad as people bringing their kids to the drag strip shows, letting their children prance around with drag queens. This is a lewd act with a child. This is a criminal act here. She loves to fight over dick. That's what she's saying. And right as she's twerking against this young man. So this is a sexual act. There's no way around it. And there's a guy in the background, and he's not doing anything to stop it. And there's this girl over here pushing her baby, and she's laughing. And what is going on here? Seriously. What is going on here? More babies in the strollers here. Another guy standing around watching, doing nothing. Now here we have Grandpa encouraging this. This is where that little boy will end up if he does not have some sort of psychological counseling. If he grows up valuing twerking on children, twerking in the streets, he's going to probably be an absent father. He will not know the proper way to choose a spouse. And he's going to end up this old man here who in society really should be pushing the line on morality and ethics and doing what's right, but instead sitting around encouraging it. Disgusting. These people are most likely all on drugs. Here's another grandpa. This girl's videotaping the young woman twerking on the grandpa. Grandpa, what are you doing, bro? What did you learn your entire life to be here now in a video where young children are being exposed to horrendous sexual depravity and, in fact, being victims of lewd behavior? What are you doing, Grandpa? Are you getting paid for this? So they're just on a roof, you know. And it's like, okay, so these are all adults up there. If it was just all adults doing this, you could sit here and say, yeah, this is disgusting. You guys are going to get monkeypox. You know, this is not how grown people should act. And you know, you can say that about all types of videos that we've seen in the past. But this video specifically brings in the children. Here we see him. This guy, what is he doing? He's just pushing a baby in the middle of a strip show, just like the transsexuals are doing. There's no difference here. So it's a problem across the spectrum. Say, I don't want to listen to it because it's just the whole time is, well, how is she going to have sex with you and how many people she wants going to have sex with. One of the lyrics is that she's going to have sex with your man while she's watching your kids in your house. Okay. So there we see. This is cultural Marxism. Okay. This is it right here. Whether or not Sukihana knows it, whether or not those transsexuals bringing the kids to the shows know it, they are being used by the social engineers who want to see Marxism come to fruition. And the only way to do that is to chip away at the ideals of private property and the family. They need to destroy these institutions in order for Marxism to really take root. And so whether or not she knows it, that's what she's doing. She's specifically promoting the destruction of the family unit by showing what a horrible mother of a role model looks like, by, you know, promoting cheating on your spouse, by promoting bringing your kids to this type of hypersexualness. You know, these kids are going to grow up super confused. They're not going to grow up with a very good shot at finding the right spouse. They're not going to have a very good shot at knowing how to get into a relationship that isn't filled with violence, isn't filled with deceit, manipulation. Those things are all anti what a family is. A family is trust. A family is honesty. A family is sticking together. A family is protecting each other. A family is a father, a mother, and children. And that's what these cultural Marxists want to destroy. So they use these useful idiots like Sukihana, who will sell their soul for some Federal Reserve notes and partake in this type of imagery that they know is going to be marketed to young people. If this type of behavior goes unchecked, the family unit will be destroyed. Family values will be destroyed in the face of this depravity. So, what's the message? Stand up. If you're a man, protect your family. Don't let your kids be exposed to this type of nonsense. Hypersexual imagery. I mean, you do have to shelter them to some degree. Knowing that this is out here, you do have to shelter your kids to some degree. That is your job as a parent, to protect them. You know, make sure that they mature and develop at a correct pace. That they don't take on any ideas, any emotions that they aren't old enough to take on. Because what will then happen is they end up in this sunken place, arrested state of development. And look at this Sukihana, sucking her thumb with her legs spread open. This is grooming, child fetish behavior right here. And people should be showing up to her concerts, protesting her. They should be on her Facebook page, protesting her on her Instagram, sending her tweets to take this down and to have some respect for herself and for the children that she is essentially, you know, throwing into the pits of hell and making a little bit of money off of it. Hovid 1984 show, I'm out.